Italy is the perfect destination for first-time visitors and seasoned travelers alike. It has many famous cities with a lot to offer, from its food to its iconic landmarks. And although Italy is known to be one of the safest countries in the world, there are still certain scams and hustles that you should avoid. With this guide, we help you navigate through Italy without falling prey to common scams, so that you can enjoy your trip to the fullest. Let's get started. No. 1. The classic tourist scam, the pickpockets. As with any major tourist destination, petty theft is always going to be an issue. So it's important to be extra vigilant when traveling through Italy. Keep your belongings close to you and away from potential thieves. One of the best ways to do this is by wearing your bag in front of you instead of behind you, where it's harder to reach. Also, try not to keep all of your valuables in one place. If you have friends or family members traveling with you, consider keeping some items with them so that if anything happens, you won't lose everything at once. You should also be especially careful when traveling through public transportation hubs like train stations and airports, because these are popular spots for pickpockets to target unsuspecting tourists. Always keep an eye on your belongings and make sure they re-secure before you board any train or plane. This is because new technology has allowed pickpockets to be more sophisticated than ever. Instead of simply snatching your wallet or phone out of your hand, they may use slim pickings pockets or even befriend you and distract you before making their move. So no matter what, keep your guard up and don't let your belongings out of your sight. 2. Avoid taxis that aren't officially licensed. If you want to avoid getting scammed in Italy, be wary of unlicensed taxis. In major cities like Rome, Venice, and Florence, there have been instances of unlicensed taxis overcharging tourists or even taking them to fake destinations. These fake taxis typically operate around popular tourist areas and may offer to take you somewhere for a flat fee. However, once they get you there, they will charge you a much higher fare than agreed upon. Or they may drive you around in circles without turning on the meter, so that you end up paying even more money than you would have if they had just driven you straight to your destination. To avoid this scam, only use licensed taxis that have a special license plate and display a taximeter sticker in their window. You can also use ride-sharing services like Uber, which are usually more reliable and less expensive than traditional taxis. Number 3. Be wary of free walking tours. While free walking tours may seem like a great way to see the city and learn about its history, they can often be a scam. Many of these tours are actually not free at all, but rather a way for tour guides to get tourists to pay a fee at the end of the tour. Some guides may pressure you to tip them or even try to extort money from you if you refuse. On top of that, these tours are usually overcrowded and the quality of the tour guide can vary greatly. If you're interested in taking a walking tour, it is best to book with a reputable company so that you don't fall victim to any scams. You can read reviews online or ask your hotel concierge for recommendations. 4. Avoid eating at restaurants that are too cheap. It's no secret that Italy is home to some of the best cuisine in the world. From pizza and pasta to gelato and wine, there's something for everyone to enjoy. However, it's important to be aware of restaurants that are offering meals that are too cheap to be true. These establishments may look inviting from the outside, but they often have bad food, poor service, and hidden fees. In some cases, tourists have reported being overcharged for items on the menu, or even finding extra charges added to their bill without their consent. To avoid this scam, stick to restaurants that have good reviews and are priced reasonably. Don't be afraid to skip the ones that seem too good to be true. Number 5. Beware of fake ticket sellers. Scams involving fake tickets to popular attractions are unfortunately widespread in tourist hotspots. Like Rome, many scammers pose as official ticket sellers and approach unsuspecting tourists, offering them tickets to the Colosseum or other famous sites at a discounted price. However, once the tourist has paid for the ticket, they soon realize that it is fake and the seller has disappeared. To avoid this scam, only purchase tickets from authorized vendors and resellers. You can buy tickets directly from the attraction's website or from authorized resellers, such as those listed on the official tourism website. 6. The classic Italian scam, the fake charity scam. The fake charity scam is a common scam that targets tourists in Italy. It usually takes place when a scammer approaches a tourist and asks for money or donations for a fake charity. They may claim to be raising money for a children's hospital or another worthy cause. And they may even have fake ID badges or other identification to back up their story. However, the money is never actually donated to charity, and the scammers are simply looking to make a quick buck. To avoid this scam, be wary of anyone who approaches you and asks for money. If they're not an official representative of a charity, it's best to politely refuse and walk away. 7. Watch out for fake designer goods. Counterfeit goods are unfortunately commonplace in Italy, especially in areas frequented by tourists. This includes items such as handbags, shoes, and clothing. These items may be sold in markets, on the street, or in small shops, and they may be presented as genuine designer goods. However, these items are actually fake, and buying them not only supports illegal activity, but also means you're not getting a quality product. In some cases, law enforcement officials have even cracked down on the sale of counterfeit goods in Italy, seizing large quantities of fake merchandise from vendors and shutting down illegal shops. If you're looking for designer goods, it's best to shop at authorized retailers so that you know you're getting the real thing. 8. Avoid paying for a table at restaurants without a menu. When dining out in Italy, it's important to be aware of restaurants that require you to pay for a table without providing you with a menu. These establishments are often referred to as tourist traps, and they prey on unsuspecting travelers. By paying for a table, you may think you're reserving a spot to eat. But in reality, you're simply paying for the privilege of being approached by a salesperson who will pressure you to buy expensive items. These sales pitches can be aggressive and uncomfortable, and you may feel obligated to make a purchase in order to leave. To avoid this scam, only dine at restaurants that provide you with a menu and allow you to browse the items at your leisure. You should also be wary of restaurants that are located near popular tourist attractions, as they are often the ones that use this scam to target unsuspecting visitors. 9. Be cautious of getting free Wi-Fi. Free Wi-Fi is everywhere these days, and it can be very tempting to connect to a public network when you're in Italy. However, it's important to be cautious when using public Wi-Fi, as it can be a gateway to scams and identity theft. Scammers often set up fake public Wi-Fi networks that look legitimate, but are actually designed to steal your personal information. Once you connect to the network, they can access your device and view any information that you enter, such as passwords or credit card numbers. To avoid this scam, use your own cellular data or a VPN instead of public Wi-Fi. This way, you can stay safe while traveling and ensure that your personal information remains private. You can also use a VPN to access your home country's version of streaming services like Netflix, allowing you to catch up on your favorite shows while abroad. We hope that you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you have any experiences with scams while traveling in Italy, please share them in the comments below so that others can be aware. We wish you a safe and happy travels. Bye.